In a small village nestled at the edge of a dark and ancient forest, there was a tale whispered among the villagers, a legend that sent shivers down their spines. They spoke of the Whispering Woods, a place cursed by malevolent spirits and inhabited by unspeakable horrors. According to the legend, the forest was once a sanctuary for a wicked witch who practiced dark magic and sacrificed innocent souls to appease the spirits that haunted the woods. No one dared to venture into the heart of the forest, where shadows danced eerily and strange noises echoed through the trees. For generations, the villagers had heeded the warnings of their ancestors, avoiding the forest at all costs, for those who dared to enter never returned. Yet, as with any story, there were those who dismissed the legend as mere superstition, considering the forest to be nothing more than a twisted fairytale. Among the villagers, 3 friends stood out for their adventurous spirits. Elijah, a strong and fearless warrior, had always yearned for a challenge. Liam, a skilled hunter with sharp instincts, longed to prove himself as the bravest in the village. And then there was Aidan, the bookish scholar fascinated by myths and legends, eager to unravel the mysteries of the Whispering Woods. Together, they devised a plan to debunk the terrifying tales and put an end to the fear that had gripped their village for centuries. One fateful evening, as the moon rose high in the sky and darkness blanketed the land, the trio set out on their perilous journey into the heart of the forbidden forest. As they ventured deeper into the Whispering Woods, the atmosphere grew more oppressive, and the trees seemed to close in around them. Elijah, Liam, and Aidan exchanged uneasy glances, but their determination to prove the legend false pushed them forward. They soon discovered that the forest lived up to its name. Faint whispers like the sighs of tortured souls seemed to echo from all directions, playing tricks on their minds. The air grew colder, and eerie shadows darted among the trees, flickering just out of sight. The trio pressed on, nerves on edge, each step fueling their fear and curiosity in equal measure. As the night wore on, the forest transformed into an otherworldly labyrinth, disorienting the adventurers. In the distance, a faint, bluish glow appeared, captivating their attention. They cautiously approached the ethereal light, drawn inexplicably towards it. The closer they got, the more intense the light became, until it revealed a chilling sight. Standing amid the spectral glow was a ghostly figure, draped in tattered robes, with hollow eyes that seemed to pierce their souls. The apparition reached out, a cold hand extending towards them, and a bone-chilling voice emanated from its wraith-like form. "Leave this place," the spirit warned, its voice filled with anguish. "Lest you become lost like me, trapped between worlds." Aidan, with his scholarly fascination, stepped forward, ignoring the warning. "Who are you? What happened to you?" he asked, his curiosity overcoming his fear. "I am Isabella," the spirit answered, "a sorceress who once called this forest my home. But the dark spirits I served turned against me, cursing me to wander this realm for eternity." Isabella's story tugged at Aidan's heartstrings, and he felt compelled to help her find peace. As the night progressed, the adventurers learned more about the forest's tragic past and the malevolent entities that lurked within. The Whispering Woods had indeed been cursed, its very essence tainted by the evil deeds committed by the wicked witch centuries ago. The spirits trapped within the forest sought revenge against those who disturbed their eternal slumber, leading to the countless disappearances over the years. As dawn approached, Elijah, Liam, and Aidan resolved to break the curse that held Isabella and the tormented spirits captive. Armed with knowledge gained from their encounter with the apparition, they embarked on a perilous quest to gather the scattered remnants of Isabella's cursed artifacts. Each artifact contained a piece of the witch's dark power, fueling the malevolent spirit's unrest. Their journey took them through treacherous traps, illusions, and battles with vengeful spirits. The forest seemed to fight back against their quest, seeking to deter them from their noble purpose. But through courage and determination, the trio prevailed, collecting the cursed artifacts and undoing the bindings that kept the spirits trapped. With the cursed artifacts in hand, the adventurers returned to the apparition of Isabella. They carefully orchestrated a ritual to destroy the dark power once and for all, releasing the spirits from their torment and granting Isabella peace at long last. As the last remnants of the curse dissipated, the forest's malevolence began to retreat and the eerie atmosphere lifted. The whispering woods regained some of its former tranquility, though the scars of its haunted past remained. Emerging from the forest, Elijah Liam and Aidan were hailed as heroes, celebrated for their bravery in breaking the curse and freeing the spirits. Their tale of courage and triumph spread far beyond the village, leaving behind a legacy that would endure for generations to come. Yet the trio knew that their adventure was just the beginning of the Whispering Woods' healing process. The forest had been forever changed by the malevolence that had taken root within its heart. And while the spirits were at rest, it would take time for the forest to recover from the horrors it had endured. Thus, the legend of the Whispering Woods lived on, not as a terrifying tale of horror, but as a reminder of the power of bravery, compassion, and the ability to confront one's fears. And as time passed, the forest became a place of reverence where travelers would pay their respects to those who had come before, ensuring that the malevolence would never be unleashed again. In the heart of a dense and ancient forest lay a secluded and ominous grove that had remained untouched for centuries. This eerie place, known as the Enchanted Grove, was shrouded in mystery and fear. Legends spoke of its bewitching allure and the dark secrets it held. Few had dared to venture into its depths, and those who did often vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers of their fate. Amidst the village of Oakshade, a group of curious adventurers emerged, their hearts filled with a blend of trepidation and excitement. Among them was Emily, a determined and adventurous young woman whose insatiable curiosity drove her to explore the Enchanted Grove. Her companions Tom, a skeptical but loyal friend, and Sarah, a superstitious and anxious soul, hesitantly agreed to join her. Before setting foot into the Enchanted Grove, the villagers of Oakshade warned them of the forest's malevolence. Old tales spoke of a powerful and malevolent entity that had been sealed within the grove by ancient druids to prevent it from wreaking havoc on the world. It was said that the entity fed on the fear and darkness in human hearts, growing stronger with every soul it claimed. Undeterred by the ominous warnings, Emily, Tom, and Sarah ventured forth, dismissing the village's tales as mere superstition. They believed that their unity and bravery would protect them from any malevolent force lurking in the forest. As they entered the Enchanted Grove, a strange sensation washed over them, as if the very air grew heavier with each step. The sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor. Emily noticed that the trees seemed to loom closer, their branches almost reaching out like skeletal fingers. Soon the group lost all sense of direction as the grove twisted and turned, its layout defying all logic. The rustling leaves whispered unsettling messages that only served to heighten their anxiety. Sarah clutched a protective talisman tightly, while Tom constantly glanced over his shoulder, convinced they were being watched. As night fell, the atmosphere in the grove grew more sinister. A haunting melody echoed through the trees, its origin impossible to pinpoint. The enchanting tune was simultaneously beautiful and chilling, tugging at the deepest corners of their souls. Emily, Tom, and Sarah found themselves irresistibly drawn towards the music even as they fought the growing sense of dread. The melody led them deeper into the heart of the grove, until they stumbled upon an ancient stone altar surrounded by twisted vines. On the altar sat a spectral figure, clad in an ethereal gown. Her fingers danced gracefully across an ebony violin, producing the haunting melody that had entranced them. Emily cautiously approached the figure, who lifted her gaze to meet Emily's eyes. The violin's tune intensified, and her voice resonated like an echo from forgotten times. "Welcome, travelers, to the heart of darkness," she said cryptically. "Few have braved this path, and fewer still have survived." The figure introduced herself as Alara, a spirit bound to the Enchanted Grove for centuries. She explained that the malevolent entity trapped within the forest had twisted her once pure soul into an instrument of torment, forced to lure unsuspecting souls into the grove to be consumed by darkness. Emily, Tom, and Sarah realized the grave danger they were in and begged Alara for a way out. The spirit confessed that there was no escape, as the forest was bound by a curse that compelled them to remain within its confines until the malevolent entity claimed their souls. Desperation fueled their resolve, and they hatched a daring plan to confront the malevolent entity itself. Elara agreed to assist them, hoping to find redemption and break free from the entity's control. With Elara's guidance, the group ventured deep into the heart of the Enchanted Grove, where a vast and foreboding clearing awaited them. There, amidst the shadows, a fearsome figure coalesced the malevolent entity that had plagued the grove for centuries. The entity emanated an aura of pure malevolence, seeking to consume their fear and add their souls to its collection. Emily, Tom, and Sarah clung to one another, their hearts pounding with terror. But as they faced the darkness, they found a newfound strength, united in their shared determination to resist the entity's grasp. With Elara's help, they channeled their courage and hope, creating a powerful barrier of light that pushed back against the malevolence. The entity roared with fury, its shadowy form flickering and winning. Emily urged Elara to join them, using her once cursed music to strengthen their barrier. In a burst of ethereal energy, the malevolent entity dissipated, its malevolence unable to withstand the combined force of unity, hope, and bravery. The Enchanted Grove quivered, its dark aura dissipating like mist in the morning sun. The forest regained its natural serenity as dawn approached, and the grove that was once shrouded in darkness now sparkled with an otherworldly radiance. The group's curse had been lifted, and the Enchanted Grove was finally free of its malevolent entity. Elara, too, was freed from her torment, her soul cleansed by the power of redemption. She thanked Emily, Tom, and Sarah, bestowing upon them a gift, a token of protection that would safeguard them from any future malevolence. Leaving the Enchanted Grove, Emily, Tom, and Sarah emerged as changed individuals. The journey had taught them the strength of unity and the importance of facing one's fears head-on. As they returned to Oaksade, they shared their harrowing tale with the villagers, warning them of the forest's dangers but also imparting the wisdom they had gained. Their adventure became a cautionary tale passed down through generations, a reminder that the darkness could be overcome with courage, unity, and the strength of the human spirit. The Enchanted Grove remained a place of intrigue and fear, but it also became a symbol of hope and redemption, a testament to the power of facing one's deepest fears and emerging stronger on the other side.